Hello, everyone. How are you doing today? I'm excited about this live stream today because I'm going to be talking about something that has profoundly impacted my life in the past, in the present, and also in the future. It's something that is easy for us to forget and lose sight of, and that is the act of being mindful every day. And being mindful means, living in the moment, being there moment by moment, and kind of starting your day in the right way. So recently, my family and I have made a commitment to a new mindful routine of taking care of ourselves. And I'm excited to share it with you today, as well as to unbox some really cool Japanese sand gardens. They represent kind of Zen and mindfulness. So I'm going to be unboxing 3 different Japanese gardens from Enso. And you're gonna see how much fun it can be to just play and clear your mind. So the other thing that I'm going to be covering today in the live stream is a book called The Miracle Morning. And this book really helps you establish a morning routine that starts with being mindful and starts with becoming the person that you want to become. So without further ado, I will get into it. And I see the live production team is online and they say, hello, good to see you. Good to see you as well. So the first thing I wanted to share is that recently I've noticed that my habits have changed. In the morning, I would get up and the first thing that I found myself doing is getting on social media. And even though I was still doing my habits of prayer and meditation and stuff, like when I would make time for them, I wasn't prioritizing those things. I was really prioritizing that quick kind of dopamine hit that social media and TikTok and reels and videos gives you. You get online, and I was doing it first thing in the morning. I would get out of bed. I wouldn't even get out of bed. I'd grab my phone next to my bed, and I would just be scrolling through, right? And this was really kind of a bad situation because it would put me into somebody else's world instead of focusing on what was going on in my world. Right? And I didn't realize, it made me happy for a little moment, but it got my mind thinking about other things. It got my mind thinking about the day. Instead of starting my day with gratitude and starting my day with mindfulness and my goals, I was jumping into someone else's world. And it gives you that temporary quick fix, that mindless escape. But then it only lasts for a little while, and then you kind of feel lost, and then you go back to social media again, or to that quick video, the funny videos, or watching TV, watching Netflix. You go back to that and you're like, wow, I'm still not happy. I'm still kind of lost, right? And we found that our kids were also doing this, right? Like they were getting up and they just wanted to get right on their games in the morning. They wanted to get right into that, right? We have 2 kids, ages 12 and 14. And of course, their devices are important to them and they're fun. And especially in the time of the pandemic, it's that time to connect, right? It gives them that connection that they crave with other kids, right? They can go online, they can play Roblox, and they can talk with other kids. But again, that happiness only lasts so long if we're not taking care of ourselves, if we're just getting up with messy hair and, just going straight to the devices. It's very, very tough. So we as a family decided that we were going to take care of some important things in our lives first and foremost. So all of us sat down and we made a paper with 4 squares, and I want to show you what that looks like. So here's my paper. It's a copy of the same paper, so you can see it here. But this paper with 4 squares, we divided up these 4 squares into the important things that we need to do. So here we have mental and spiritual. And so that's like the most important thing that we can do. So what activity do we commit to help us be better, right? And so for me, I decided that I was going to do some self-help books, my daily devotional, my daily prayer, but I was committed to that every day. And then secondly, the number 2 thing that we all must do is our self-care. So we said, what will you do every day at a minimum to care for you? So your hair, your face, your body, exercising. So for me, I was like, I'm going to brush my teeth. I'm going to take care of my hair. I'm going to take care of my body, my face. I'm going to exercise. And I'm going to make sure I have fresh clothes and I just feel good. Like I'm starting my day off right? And then number 3 is our environment. So the spaces, Marie Kondo became very, very popular because she helped people just keep the things in their houses that sparked joy. And so, really our office environment, our bedroom environment, our bathrooms, when we go to a nice resort and we're like, oh my gosh, this is so nice. I get to escape, right? Well, our homes and our environments can actually be like that. And we need to take the time to take care of our things. And so we committed to taking care of our things every day before getting on social media, before that mindless escape. And then number 4 is our commitments. So that's for the kids, that's school, that's taking care of, any appointments that they have, their sports. For me, that's the kids' school, work, meetings, everything. So we all committed that we would, before we got on Facebook, before we got on any social media, we would do these 4 things. And the thing was that I found already this morning, today was our first full day doing it. And what I found already this morning was that I woke up and I really wanted to get on Facebook. Like I was just, my world is on Facebook. My community is on Facebook. I love it there, right? Like I like to connect with people. And so for me, it was very hard to not just jump into it and get right on Facebook. And I remembered these 4 pillars and I was like, okay, I'm going to do my mental things. So I did a little devotional and then I started reading this book called The Miracle Morning. And so I'm going to highlight that in the carousel. I started reading this book called The Miracle Morning, and that was during my mental and spiritual time, and it was so great. And it reminded me of all the things that I can do mentally and spiritually to win the day. So just wanted to show you. So I'm going to be implementing the Miracle Morning actually into my day every day. And so the Miracle Morning, I'm just going to bring up the listing on Amazon so that you can see it. Let me just bring it up here. So you can see on the Miracle Mornings page, this is the Miracle Morning, and I'm reading the Kindle version of this. So it's been really, really great. I can't physically show it to you because it's on my device. But what's great, this quote from the book really, really impacted me. Your level of success will rarely exceed your level of personal development because success is something you attract by the person you become. And so spending that time every day to take care of ourselves is so key because it's going to really help us to, just be committed to taking care of us first before we worry about anybody else, right? Becoming the best person that we can become. So, you can definitely check out this book, The Miracle Morning. And it kind of goes over these things that you would do during your, emotional, mental, and spiritual time every day. The idea is, to take like an hour a day or even 30 minutes a day. And what Hal, the author, has done is he has said, what he did is he took all of the things that he knew about. He studied all the things that he knew about that made him a better person and that were known to make the best performing people better. And he combined them all into one morning ritual. So the first thing is silence, just sitting in silence, meditation, blocking out the chatter. The second thing is affirmations, actually stating, what you want, who you are, what you want to become. The third is visualizations. And I actually have my vision board over here. I don't know if you guys have done vision boards, but let me see if I can show mine here. Let's see. Here we go. Let me go ahead and click over to that to show you. So visualizations, you guys can see my vision board up here. The visualization, that time is about just looking at your visions, what you want for your life, and actually applying that, right? So that is what's great about visualizing. So the idea of visualizing is just having that in front of you. Oh, now I gotta fix my little camera here. Having that in front of you and really looking at it and visualizing. So some people in this book, I watched the movie today too, which is also available on Amazon Prime Video. You can watch the Miracle Morning movie. But I watched this and people were actually had their visualizations, their vision boards in front of them, and they'd get on the treadmill in the morning and just like really envision what they wanted. And then exercise, so getting your body moving every day, that really gets your neurons in your brain going. And then reading, so that I'm reading the Miracle Morning. And I actually started reading it this morning because I really wanted to get on Facebook, but I hadn't done my other 4 things that I hadn't done my other 3 things from this little chart of 4 things, right? I hadn't done my self-care, environment, or commitments yet. And so I was like, I can't get on Facebook. I'm going to go ahead and just read a book, right? I'm going to do some more mental and spiritual, some more, self-love kind of stuff. And so I did that. And then finally, the last S is scribing. So actually writing down, journaling, right? So he has created this cool thing where you actually will read through and learn all of these savers and actually develop your own morning routine. It's meant especially for people who aren't morning people. So I think it's really, really cool. It's really great. I hope you guys will check out this book. And then what I want to do today is actually get into a part of mindfulness that is really cool, which is that silence and meditation. So, this part 1, right, in winning the day, where we have our silence and our affirmations, but really silence and meditation is something that we can do with these really incredible Zen gardens. So, this is just so cool. What I want to show you for these Japanese dry gardens, what these do is, let me just bring it up here. So let me just show you. So these Japanese dry gardens, I'm going to be unboxing a few today. And these Japanese dry gardens actually help you just kind of blank. They represent kind of like a blank space, right? And they help you you can rake the sand and you can place the rocks, and it just kind of helps you clear your mind. So I'm going to be unboxing 3 different ones that I have today, and so I'll highlight one of them. But I'm going to be unboxing these today, and I'm so excited to kind of show you, right? They're one of the most recognizable aspects of Japanese culture. I think they came out in like the 1100s is when they were first kind of documented for being used, intended to stimulate meditation. They really help strip nature to its bare essentials and primarily use sand and rocks to bring out the meaning of life. So having this blank canvas and being able to kind of play with the different tools that these gardens come with is just such a neat thing. And let me just bring up some of these really neat gardens. So these are some of the gardens that I'm going to be unboxing today. And you can see each of the rocks is so neat, right? They have these little like fencing and different rocks and a bridge and then the rake. And you can just kind of take a moment. It's like drawing, right? It's like taking a moment to just clear your head. And these are all desk size. So I'm stoked to be able to unbox these for you guys today and show you how you can use these really neat Zen gardens. And they're really great for your kids too. So I'm stoked to unbox them and check them out because they're really, really, really neat. So these are all of these are by Enso Sensory. This is the store that I'm going to be doing the unboxing for. And so you're going to be able to really see this. Let's check out kind of everything from Enso Sensory. So this is the really beautiful gardens that I'm going to be unboxing today. All three of these, I will be unboxing those, and we will be doing them together. So I want to show you how they come out of the box and what they look like. So without further ado, let's get into it, right? It's so exciting. All right, let's see here. Let me just go over to my other cameras here. So you can see I've got an extra camera today that I'm going to be using to show you guys this unboxing. Let me get this going here and let's get moving. So you can see all these boxes actually come with a gorgeous Japanese kind of art wrap around the outside. And let's go ahead and just open up the first one. I can't wait for this, you guys. I'm so excited. So this first one is this round one, and I'm gonna move this one out of the way real quick. So this round one here, and you can see this one actually came with this really gorgeous outer wrap. I mean, you could frame these, you guys, and put them out there. You could put them on your wall. They're so beautiful, the artwork that comes on the outside of these boxes. But let's actually open up and see what we get. So you can see here, inside of here, we've got this really cool insert that says, "Make your home your haven." From ensosensory.com. We wanted to personally thank you for choosing our Zen garden. Your purchase will help us to continue to support our Brain and Behavior Research Foundation. Thank you for supporting our mission to help every person discover, create, and live a fulfilled life. Love, Amy and Yvonne, the founders. So they have like a free coloring book and stuff, but look at this gorgeous insert, right? So let's get into what's actually in the box. Oh my gosh, I want to see if I can actually show this to you guys a little bit closer here. So you can see when we take it out here, we actually have, and I've removed the upper cardboard. This actually had another piece of cardboard where you have your sand. So I'm gonna remove the sand. And we have this gorgeous wooden place where each of these amazing little round balls can sit. So I'm going to unbox those and put them to the side here. And then we have the little kind of rake that we can use to kind of rake the sand. It's so neat. And then of course the brush, which is going to help you to just wipe the sand off and just kind of just relax and really clear your mind. It's so simple and easy to focus. It's really a beautiful thing. So here we go. I'm going to just take this out of here and let's see what we can set up. Wow. So how easy is it to set this up? And you can see, I think you can either put this inside of your garden or just off to the side right here. And you can see if I'm spending my morning just relaxing, the sand is very soft. Now I do have cats, so I'm a little bit worried that my cats might play with this, but I can take the time and just kind of spread out each of the the areas of the sand. I could even use this side of it to kind of keep it nice and flat if I wanted to. And it's just very relaxing. Just this feeling of actually smoothing this sand out is so relaxing. I can see spending 10 minutes in the morning just kind of meditating, visualizing, and really spending the time. And then you can put, you know, your stones, you can place your stones in different places. You can make, you know, as we saw in the picture, we can make different little swirling actions. The idea is to relax and just get into that kind of meditative, relaxing state. You can even use your fingers and move it through the sand. I mean, it's so relaxing. And the sand is very, very clean and high quality. It's just really, really cool. So that is the first one, which is this circular one. And I'm going to set this aside. I'm actually going to use my little brush here to brush off. So it's also very easy to just clean up, you know, if I wanted to just keep this on my desk, and, you know, I could keep it on my desk and I could play with it at work and, you know, take a little moment, a little Zen moment. I could have it in, you know, my meditation space, but it's also kind of portable, right? Because I can also put the sand back in the bottle, take it with me on the road, right? And I could have this little Zen garden anywhere. So really easy to do. And let's look though, there's so many different types of these gardens that Enso Sensory has for us. So let's go ahead and open up the next one, because this one was super fun, right? I'm gonna set this one over here, and I'm going to pick up the next one here. All right. So here we go. Now we're going to look at the next one. And this one, again, we've got our beautiful insert. This one has a different color sand. And it has the little side bridges. So that's this one that I've just highlighted in the carousel. And we can see we got all sorts of, we have the big rake here and the smaller rake. Making sure that I don't mess anything up here. I'm gonna take out all the little parts. Look, we've got the gorgeous rocks. So this one's a little bit different. We have like a little looks like an acorn top here, a little bridge. Let me put that down. We've got this gorgeous sand. Now this sand's a little bit different than the brown sand, the one we just opened. And we can also see that this one's a little bit smaller. So if you're looking for one kind of for your desk, this would be a great one to use. I'm just making sure that I don't destroy this really gorgeous little building here, this little Zen building they've given us. And we've got a really great fence here. Oh my gosh. So this is, I mean, it's a very high quality pieces, right? These are metals. These little ties are metal, so it's really keeping everything together nicely. So let me just undo it here. I guess I could have done this before the show. But we are truly unboxing this, so I could see putting this one, like this would be great for an RV. It's great for smaller spaces, like on your desk if you have a cubicle and you just want something nice to kind of set up and play with at work. Let me just clean up those things. Okay, and we can see that the fence is kind of stuck together, which is nice because this is gonna help us to kind of set up our space. I'm just gonna take this out of the box, and I'm gonna get the box out of the way so that we can play. So we can see here. Wow, look at this. This is really great. So you guys can see that, right? And then I'm gonna take my sand and I'm gonna pour it in. Oh wow, this one's like a white sand. How different is that? It's actually a really calming sand. So we have a rake that we can use to rake it. And then we also have this flat piece that will allow us to kind of flatten it out. Oh wow, I'm definitely gonna keep this one on my desk. It's so fun. Although I have one more to open, you guys, and it's the big one. So, you know, that one might be the one that is the winner. But wow, okay, so this is really relaxing. Believe it or not, like this smoothing out of the sand, it reminds me of snow. I'm from Wisconsin originally, and this just reminds me of just snow. It's so cool. Wow. So I'm gonna put my little rakes to the side, and now I really wanna kind of play around and put some of these rocks in place. There's all types of different rocks here. And so we have smooth, really nice, like smooth rocks. And then we also have, you know, different colors, different shapes. So you can really kind of play any way you want to. You can do, you know, for me, I could make a design with the rocks. I could, you know, have them all in one area. I could move certain ones around. It does remind me of the beach too. It reminds me of snow. It reminds me of the beach. And it's like adult playtime, you know? It's this time when we're allowed to make this whatever we want to make it. So I just want to kind of like walk you around this, right? Like it's really, really gorgeous. And you know, you can definitely rake the sand however you would like to rake it. You can make it flat, you can use your fingers, you can make swirls, whatever you want to do. But imagine having this on your desk, and you can see if I put my hand in it, it's pretty much, it's not too much bigger than the size of my hand. So it's, you know, it's not too large to go on anyone's desk. And it's something that you could take out and play around with and just use during that morning miracle routine, right? Really, really great. So I'm gonna set this one aside and we're gonna open up the next one. Oh my gosh. It's great to see you guys. It's great to see the security lady and some of our other visitors today. Please say hello and tell me what you're working on today. Tell me if you have started your miracle morning. Have you ever tried that? Do you practice any type of mindfulness or meditation type activity? Would love to hear from you. Put it in the chat. It's great to see you guys. All right, let's unbox this last one. And this last one, I believe, let me just double check it. I'm gonna move all this stuff out of the way. And we're gonna go ahead and unbox this last one. All right. So I actually have my phone with the live stream inside of a bowl on my little workstation over here. So I'm gonna get this stuff out of the way and we're gonna unbox this big monster garden. So this is for the people that really want to get zen. This one comes with all kinds of stuff. Let me go ahead and bring it up in the carousel. Yeah, here's this one. This one comes with all sorts of stuff. It's really, really great. And I just want to show you guys, like when I opened it, look at how much it comes with. You have your bridges, you have your rocks, you've got all kinds, and this is just the first layer. So we've got all of these amazing tools to use. You talk about the relaxation of, you know, getting into that sand. Now we really, look at this. We've got trees. We have more of that nice, like white, reminds me of the sugar sand from Destin, Florida, the sugar sand beach, right? Or the snow. It's just representing that kind of blankness, right? We have a cup, which is what is in the picture there to store all of your tools in. I mean, how cool is that? So now I can store all of these tools in this little cup here, and I have all of these as well. And then I've got my bush here, my tree. Wow, and you can see this one, the size of this one is, I mean, it's sitting on top of a rollaway for drawers next to my desk, and you can see it's almost as wide as that, so it's a much larger one. So this is for the Zen garden graduates, right? The ones that you really want to get into this Zen gardening. So I'm just gonna start kind of taking apart some of these tools and everything and putting them into my little container here. Oh, look at that. That's such a beautiful rake. Isn't that cool? I mean, man, that's really cool. We've got the long paddle that we had in the last one. We've got this one, which is like a really cool, different shapes. This is just a simple rake. I love how they're not perfect, right? They're kind of imperfect, just like us. And they can make these gorgeous shapes. And then this one, which is so cool because it's like a longer one, right? So very cool. And now I'm gonna get into taking out all these little rocks. Oh my gosh. Well, you guys, I have to tell you that if you buy from Enso Sensory, everything is packaged with love and care. Like, it's very clear that, you know, and remember, I actually do this for a living. I have my own brands and my own products, and so I definitely can appreciate when something is properly packaged. Okay, let's check this out, you guys. This is so cool. I gotta get rid of all of these little these little pieces and parts. All right, now we've got our sand. And I'm guessing that this little tree, oh, there we go. This little tree and bush goes into here. So that way you can put your tree anywhere and it has a nice solid foundation. So here we go. I'm going to dump it out here. So we've got plenty of sand. Again, I'm a little nervous that my cats will find this and confuse it for the litter box, but I think as long as I keep it in my office and Zen spaces, it's gonna be okay. Although there's not even like enough, I don't think there's enough sand for them to confuse it for like a sandbox. But this is so satisfying, you guys. I cannot explain how relaxing this is. Just a little bamboo box, and it's just so relaxing. Again, it reminds me of Wisconsin snow. I don't understand how you couldn't have a Zen experience by playing with one of these every day. Like, I just don't get it. If I were you, I would get one for your kids. I'd get one for you. I would get one of each of our little gardens so that you always have something really nice to kind of play with. This is just really going to help you with your daily just kind of relaxation. I mean, it's when you talk about like sensory toys for kids, this is so relaxing. Like, isn't it nice when their mind isn't stimulated by, you know, blue light from screens? Look at all the cool designs we can make. And I would think for kids, like, this would be the set you'd want to get them because there's just so many cool things that they can do with it. But between this one, I mean, what's really neat about all of these sets, and I'm just going to bring them all back out. What's really neat about all of these, I'm going to bring them all back out, is that once you have them, you could actually mix and match. So once you have them, you could actually mix and match these. So check this out. I mean, I've got this one here, which has all the tools that come with it. It has the tree, it has the little building, it has the rocks, but then I've got this set, which is the smaller desk set, and let me just highlight that one in the carousel. This one has, you know, just a few tools. It's very small. You can see it's like the size of my hand, but I can play around with the little fence. If I wanted to, I could take this fence from here and put it in this larger one, you know, and then we've got this one, which is just so neat with all of these ridges in these balls. You know, you can really just clear your mind and focus and meditate. And I love the idea of just brushing the sand off of the balls, right? Just clearing it, clearing your mind. So all three of these are just so neat. Definitely check them out. Here's the one with the 4 balls. And this one, if I put my hand in it, you can see it's a little bit bigger. And this one, you can see it's like 2 hands, basically the length of 2 hands, and it comes with all the tools. But honestly, you can't go wrong with any of these. What a beautiful story this is, right? I mean, really, really cool. I want to tell you a little bit more about the story of the people that created this product. Her name, ironically, is also Amy. And I just want to read through some of the things that Amy said about these products when she sent them to me. And so, you know, just kind of following up here, what I love most about these products is that they're just so versatile. You could use them for kids. They would make really, really thoughtful gifts. When you think about gifting something like this, wow, like anyone would really appreciate getting this as a gift. You think about kids, teens that are struggling with anxiety and all of that, right? This is a really cool gift. It's a great just housewarming gift. It's a great friendship gift. So you could really, I think anyone would be pleasantly surprised. They get this box with this gorgeous wrap in it, right? And you can see everything that's included with each of these sets. We were just looking at that. We get, you know, lots of accessories in each of the sets, and they're carefully packaged, which is really, really great. But this idea behind this is that it's really popular with older kids, and who it's for is people who are looking to relax and find more daily mindfulness. And the Zen spheres offer a unique feel on the sand, uninterrupted creativity, and a meditative experience. So the little balls that come with the spheres, they're different than some of these other Zen gardens where you can actually take the time and, I don't know, there's something about patterns that help you to relax and help you to kind of find that Zen point, right? It really is going to help you with your daily routine, right? If you're stressed out, if you just need a moment, even in the middle of the day, you could just take a moment and pause and clear your mind. That's what this is all about. Each of these, we saw what they come with, and they're just a really great, they're very well priced for what you get. It's very, very high quality. It's made of natural bamboo, and the Zen spheres are made of a really high quality resin. So each of these spheres is very hard and very high quality. Like you can tell it's like hand carved. It's really, really gorgeous. And they have like a nice weight to them. And it gives you kind of a calming, rolling experience. So these will either make indentations in the sand or, just looking at them. It's like a pattern calming experience. So you can see, we just pour the sand in the tray. You pour yourself a cup of coffee or tea, you turn on some relaxing music, and you roll the Zen spheres in the sand gently. And before you know it, you've spent 5 or 10 minutes just completely clearing your mind and not worrying about whatever it is that might not be such a big deal in the bigger picture of the day. So older kids really love this, even younger kids. It's just really, really great. So I really hope that you guys will consider some of these amazing Zen gardens. I hope you enjoyed the unboxing experience today. I hope you will take on the Miracle Morning Challenge. So I hope that you will take the Miracle Morning Challenge, read the book, and maybe you can be like my family and really, before you do anything that's a mindless escape other than a positive thing like a Zen garden, before you get on a screen or on a device or on Netflix or YouTube or even Amazon Live, before you do that, take the time to take care of your mind and your body and your spirit and your environment around you and your commitments. And that is going to really help you focus on what's important and become the best you that you can become. So I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for tuning in today. I appreciate everyone so much. Please give me your feedback. Would love to hear from you. Would love to see what kind of products you would like to have featured on the show. I know lots of brand owners, and so, and if you are one of those brand owners and you'd like me to feature your products on my show, you can go to amazingathome.com/live, and you can apply to have your products featured on our show. We like to tell the stories of brand owners. We are brand owners ourselves. I myself am an inventor and a mom and a wife and a military veteran and a cat lady, of course, and an entrepreneur and business coach. So I definitely appreciate everybody's story. There's so many stories on Amazon of these small brands that are just these amazing people behind them. And the people behind this brand, they have a greater mission, and they really are trying to raise money for behavioral health. So it's just a wonderful thing. And they've created a really, really quality, wonderful product. So I just want to thank you guys for tuning in today. I hope that this live stream has brought you some Zen and brought you some ideas about how you can have a better day, can start your morning off right. And I hope you try a Zen garden and let me know how it goes. All right. Have a great rest of your day. Take care.